All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a game I'm about to show. I normally don't give myself too many props when playing StarCraft. You know, I'm pretty rusty and pretty shitty right now, but I just had one of the craziest games, one of the craziest holds. It was like a when cheese fails. If somebody had sent this replay into Adam and I, this shit would be like, it would blow our minds. All right, so I'm gonna cast this game for you guys here, and I might even put it up on YouTube, man. I might even like revive LAGTV real quick, because this shit is just that good. All right, so starting down here in the bottom right position, we have the one, the only, well, not the only, there's a lot of barcodes, but that's me. I am the Red Protoss, and starting up here in the top left position, we have Bizarra. It's here. We've got Bizarra. Now, what I've been doing in TV, or not TV, sorry, PVZ, I'm still on a high right now, so I can't even think straight. What I've normally been doing is two different variations of builds. I'll either go for one gas into two immortal with Warp Prism play all in with Zealots, or I'll open up two gas and then I will get charge lots and with a Warp Prism and no immortals. And this build here, I decided to go with the one gas because I would be putting down a second gas right now if I was going for the two gas build. So I'm going to put up a forward pylon here at my natural, and I'm going to make sure that this pylon covers both entrances. The shitty thing about right now in StarCraft 2, Zergs, I find on the vast majority of maps, have the upper hand on Protoss in terms of where your nexus goes. Your expansions, your natural, your thirds, your fourths. Everything is wide open all the time. So pylon placements now are more important than ever. Before, you could kind of get away with certain things because it was one choke. You know, so if a wall got penetrated, you only had to worry about one side. Here, you have to worry about both sides all the time. So I want to make sure that that pylon goes there, and I'm going to fully wall off eventually. Now, this guy comes up with pretty aggressive lings. He did not go for 3 hatch right away. A lot of the time is Zergs will go for either 3 hatch, or they will just poke down there with some speedlings. Unfortunately for me this time around, I'm going for a pretty greedy build, right? I don't open up my warp, my mothership core right away. I don't get out a fast like Stalker or Adept, even though I probably should, but I'm being super greedy. I want to get out my Robo as fast as possible so I can start my Immortal production, and it just so happens that this guy is about to Roach Ravager all in my ass. So he's poking here, and this right here, pause this for a sec, this is clutch as shit, all right? I had to make sure that my mothership core was being chrono boosted out, because if this Robo went down, this game is an auto loss. Period. It's an auto loss. So I managed to save it just in the last second. I figured because the Lings were there so quickly, I thought he was doing a Ling Baneling all in. I didn't think it was going to be a Ravager Roach all in like you're about to see. So I managed to keep this alive. Luckily, my shields will start to regenerate, and I start producing my Immortals right away. Another thing that Zergs like to do is these side Overlords, they like to drop a bunch of Speedlings in your base and then run up the middle or the side and give you a bad time. That's not the case here. So the gateways are down. I'm now building. I'm like, okay, he's still not attacking me. This is weird. Usually a bunch of Lings and Banelings would be hitting me right now. So I just continue to keep walling. I go at a nice, juicy Artosis pylon. And meanwhile, up top, my Zerg opponent is just building up units. He's bringing down his Ravagers, 56 supply to 44, 32 probes to 30 drones. Relatively even. So my mothership core is out front because I want to see what he's doing. As soon as I see the Ravager, I know that this is a Roach Ravager all in.
And his name is John C.
Bowsagasm. It was so I hype I just have to PIR team regime Bowsappear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm so sorry. So, thank you, Alex. I love you, bro. So, he's pushing up, and he immediately blows up my Robo. That's a bad time for me. All right? So, he's pushing in. He's immediately going after my pylons. That's a smart thing to do. I've got an Immortal back here. Immortals obviously destroy Ravagers and Roaches, like, just ruin their lives. I'm losing my Stalkers. I'm trying to pick one up. I managed to get one. My Immortal's still out in the front. I am focus firing my Mothership Core on Ravagers. It's very important, even if I can kill one or two of them at a time. My Immortal's holding position here, not allowing these Lings to get in. I bring my probe up. I'm going to drop down a pylon over here because I know he's going to try and run up my ramp. I pick up my Immortal, and this is where shit gets very real. I use my motherfucking Warp Prism to power up my gateways. And I start building units. He's trying to push up. My Mothership Core is still slowly focus firing down on these Ravagers.
Mama Bowser's
That's another one down.
Favorite subscriber.
And look at this. I'm now picking up my Immortal. One by one, killing off these Lings. Dropping them back down. Rewarping in. My probes are staying alive here on the side. My Mothership Core is still focus firing down on those Ravagers. Now it's just Lings. I pop an overcharge off. He still can't get into my main. This Ravager's saying, no, I don't want no part of it. I repower up those gateways and do another warp cycle of Zealots. Meanwhile, my Immortal is gaining shields. I start mining again. He's still trying to get up. He can't do it. My Immortal now, still alive, folks. 13 kills on this bad boy. I'm getting greedy. Look at this, dude. Oh, my God. I just get myself excited. All right, so we're going to keep going here. So I'm fucked right now. You know, I've taken a lot of heat. If the Zerg got a third, I'm in a lot of trouble. The good news here, I put the pylon up, which means I took no economic damage in my main. So I'm still fully saturated. I still have my gas flowing. My minerals are starting to you know, pile up a little bit. Obviously, I was unpowered for the vast majority of it. It's very micro-intensive, but I'm going to be able to spend my minerals very quickly. What I need to do now is I know that round 2 is coming. I need to get out another Immortal. So very soon, I'm going to put down another Robo, which I think happens like uber soon. It better. I should have done that sooner, so I'm already seeing a mistake I made. There it is. Okay, so the Robo goes down. And here's my thought process, okay? I've got an Immortal. I've got 2 Stalkers. I need to go and apply some pressure because if he comes down my base right now with another 10 Ravagers, if he micros correctly and I make one mistake, it's game over. So what this allows me to do is this puts pressure on the Zerg and forces him to make a decision. Am I going to go down there and attack? If he has a Mothership Core out right now, he's going to be able to buy time with overcharges, even if it is only for 15, 20 seconds. All I need is 15 seconds with this Warp Prism. One Warp Cycle and an Immortal 2 Stalker is going to take out a hatchery really quickly. So this just puts pressure on the Zerg so that he knows, listen, he's got to make a game-changing decision. Do I go there or do I stay home? I want him to stay home because this allows me to rebuild. It allows me to get out this Robo. Allows me to get another Immortal, get on my feet here. So instead of going back, he decides he's going to go and attack. I'm going to go after the third. I'm going to do a Warp Cycle here, get rid of these Lings. These are free Lings for me. I'm not losing really any minerals here at all. He's pushing up into my front. There's an overcharge. It's going to buy me a bit of time, which is what I was talking about. I take down his third, and I immediately go up into his natural. And this is my opportunity to take out his nat. I don't want to fight. I don't want to go after drones. I don't want to kill a queen. I want to kill the motherfucking hatchery, and that's the show. And now he's forced to come back because if he stays down at my natural, he's never going to break it. He's never going to get back in. Mothership Core is almost ready for another overcharge. I've got units there. It's not a feasible fight for him. So I sack off those Zealots, perfectly good. I keep the Immortal alive. This is the hero. Once again, I'm trying to buy time. I don't want to go all the way down to my base and basically lure this massive army to my base if I don't have to. But I decide I'm going to do that. So right now, I should have been playing cat and mouse with him. I should have been trying to move back a little bit, forcing his hand. There we go. So now I do it. I should have done it further back up there. I'm going to start dropping down a little bit, getting off some damage, making him think twice about going in there. All right, he's not budging, so I'm forced to go back home. Here we go. Another Immortal's going to pop. This is another big-ass attack. Look at the size of this army right now. So many Ravagers, 14 of them. And all I've got is Zealots. Zealots are garbage against Ravagers, all right? Here we go, picking them up. Second Immortal is out. Mothership Core just trying to wait for enough energy to get an overcharge off. Zealots in the front, tanking some damage. More Immortals in the back, dealing as much damage as I can. 2 of my gateways are now down. These Immortals, though, putting in some heavy work. The hero, original Immortal, goes down. 19 deaths before he dies. But the second one's out. A third one's on the way. The Pylon is dead. Zealot, Bob is holding position. Very important. Once again, guys, I can't stress this enough. The Mothership Core focusing down on Ravagers. They don't do a lot of damage. It's like a fucking sentry tickling them to death. It doesn't matter. You're slowly killing them off, right? I think this Mothership Core now with 11 kills, at least 3 or 4 of them are Ravagers. That is huge. Takes down that. I'm no longer powered. This one Immortal's still alive. Look at this bad boy, still attacking. Got another Immortal out, doing damage. This Immortal over this way. Taking this guy out, holding position over there. They don't know what to do. Doing a little shitty power for one gateway. That was kind of lackluster, but it is what it is. Managing to warp in 2 more Zealots. Backing off as many probes as I can, and I hold again. It happens again. 19 kills on that one Immortal, 8 on this one. And I wall off once again. Now we take a look here. 25 probes to 31 drones. He's long range mining. Killing that natural was a game changer. Getting in, getting out. Long range mining. He's desperate. He's desperate. He put everything into that last attack. I'm starting to get low on minerals here. I'm going back up with the Warp Prism once again. Gonna try and do some harassment. Got a Disruptor out this time. Trying to get off one big ass fucking disruption. I just want to blow their life out. I want to make them rage quit with one big bomb. That's what I want to do, but it doesn't happen. He's going for another big attack. He's got a random ass queen. Tumoring up this map. Come back down here. Try to get it off here. Not good enough. It's not over yet. This is a scary army. It's not over yet. Got another Disruptor. Now my army's looking fatter. Unfortunately, this fight does not go as planned. I'm very, very flustered right now. I'm trying to do so many things at once. I'm hyped up. I'm yelling. I'm screaming on stream. I can't believe what's going on. Subs are coming in. Money's being thrown at me. It's getting crazy. I miss it. That is a scary army. I've done no damage. I haven't replaced my Mothership Core. No Mothership Core out right now. Here we go. He's poking. Dropping hot fire mixtapes all over the place. I tried to go back up to his base, but I wasn't having it. I realized I need to come back with this other Disruptor and get a hit off from behind. Now he's shooting at my Nexus for some reason. Here we go. Look how close this was. That would have been GG right there. He manages to pick it off. That's one Disruptor down. I know I need a big bomb here. I know I need it. Give it to me. Jesus, take the wheel. Half of his units are down, and my confidence now through the roof. I know that at this point, I can just go in and fight. So that's what I do. I run out. Still a sizable army, man, but I've got Zealots in the front to be able to tank. That one Immortal there is taking some hot fire mixtapes. I'm going to drop the Disruptor from behind. Trying to get something off there. Only get one Ravager, but it's okay. It's enough. My minerals are starting to stack up, man. I'm just so focused on microing and not losing a position. I know he's super behind. I take a second Warp Prism up here, and I'm about to do a Warp Cycle and just sandwich his ass. Working my way up. 57 supply to 46. He cannot believe what's happening right now. I can't believe what's happening right now. I told the stream if I don't get a subscriber for that low price of $4.99, I quit streaming. I'm done forever. Back to Swiss LA I go. And so the train started. The warp cycle happened. I'm running up the middle, and he rage quits. GG. I mean, oh my goodness. You just don't hold shit like that. You just don't hold it. It was the Warp Prism play. It was the Immortal Micro with the Warp Prism and having these powered and focusing my Mothership Core on Ravagers individually and forcing him to shoot pylons or kill that Mothership Core. And in his mind, killing the pylons is much more... It's just a better life choice because it's either I warp in or he gets tickled to death, but those tickles were actually killing him. And that was the show. I mean, goddamn. Goddamn, dude. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely the best game I've played since I picked StarCraft 2 back up. I'm excited for Brood War Remastered. It's going to be coming to LAGTV. When Cheese Fails, Brood War Edition. Normal games. It's coming back, boys.